over the years, scientists and researchers have made some pretty unbelievable discoveries. But our world is huge and riddled in so much mystery. Every day we are learning more and more about our planet. In fact, there's still so much out there to be discovered. Like, don't even get me started about the ocean. We've only explored 5% of it. So it's just filled with species and ocean life we've never even heard of. But today we are going to be traveling over to America as we check out some of the strangest things that have been discovered there. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 weirdest discoveries made in America. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I do comment shoutouts where I shout out your comments from my past videos. Starting off this countdown, we have the faceless toad. So in 2016, herpetologist Jill Fleming was in a forest in Connecticut exploring the wildlife when she came across a toad that was lacking its entire face. But it was still alive, and it was hopping around into things. There's a couple of theories as to what happened to this toad. Theory 1 is that its face was eaten off by flesh-eating toadfly larvae. Theory 2 is that a predator ate its face off during hibernation, and since it did happen when it was hibernating, its face managed to heal itself over. Either way, this toad is quite a weird find. In our 9th spot, we have the Lincoln log. Posted on Reddit by the user Texas Joey, they were out for a hike somewhere in Texas when they came across something very odd. Embedded in the trunk of a fallen tree were rows upon rows of pennies. It didn't make any sense, pun intended. There were so many pennies that he couldn't coint how many there were. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but who decided to do this? How much money did they spend on it? And how did they get the pennies in the tree in the first place? Coming in at number 8, we have the artificial womb. A team of researchers at a Philadelphia lab have created an artificial womb that in the future may be able to help premature babies. So basically, they created a bag of fluids to resemble the womb with a mechanical placenta that keeps blood oxygenated. As part of the experiment, they removed lambs who were just 15 to 17 weeks old from their mothers and placed them in this bag. They discovered that the lambs could grow normally with few complications. That's a pretty huge discovery, especially since premature babies are prone to infection in incubators. As weird as it may be, an artificial womb might be the way to go. Coming in at number 7, we have the mysterious stone. In 1872, a weird stone was found buried close to Lake Winnipesaukee, I know I pronounced that wrong, in New Hampshire. The stone looks like an egg in shape, is dark, smooth, and has a number of carved images on it. Some of the carved things are a face, corn, and a teepee. But since the discovery, it has baffled scientists. What is it? Who made it, and why? One theory is that it was made by Native Americans as sort of like an olive branch to give to other tribes. Another theory is that it has Celtic or Inuit origins. Another thing that's weird about the stone is that there are 2 holes drilled into it, one at the top and one at the bottom. But they are so precise. The question is, how did they manage that without modern day tools? Because of this, some people believe that it was a thunderstorm made by supernatural forces. In our 6th spot, we have DIGHTON rock. In 1690, a 40-ton boulder with weird markings was found in the Taunton River in Massachusetts. No one knows what the markings are or what it's about. One theory is that the markings are Norse in origin. It possibly depicts a Viking voyage. Another theory is that it was the work of Native Americans. The rock is telling us something, but we haven't figured it out just yet. Over the years, people have tried to decode it, but still haven't been successful. The only people that know what the rock means are the ones that made it themselves. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with America's Stonehenge. Located outside of Salem, New Hampshire is a bunch of weird rock structures known as America's Stonehenge. So there's a bunch of man-made chambers, walls, and structures all made out of stone. In fact, this structure is considered the oldest man-made construction in the US. It's thought to be over 4,000 years old. But no one knows what it was used for or why it was built. One theory is that it was used as an area for ceremonial gatherings. Another theory is that it somehow is an astrological calendar. But we truly don't know. So for now, it remains a weird mystery. Coming in at number 4, we have Donald Trump Eye. Back Back in 2017, a strange moth was discovered in Southern California. It's a tiny moth with yellowish white scales on its head, and it was named Neopalpa Donald Trumpi. Yeah, Donald Trump has its own moth named after him. Why? Well, the scales on the moth's head look a lot like Donald Trump's signature hairdo, so the scientist that discovered it named it after him. Which, I mean, it's cool, I want something named after me, but certainly not a moth. Moving on to number 3, we have the Great Serpent Mound. Located in Ohio, the Great Serpent Mound is an effigy mound, aka a fancy way of saying a mound in the shape of an animal. In this case, it looks like a snake with a curled tail. Some say that it looks like the snake has its mouth open and it's about to engulf an egg, while others believe it depicts a snake with one big eye. So this mound is the world's largest surviving effigy mound from the prehistoric era. Built around 1080, this mound is around 1,348 meters long and 3 feet high. What makes it weird is the fact that we don't know why this was created, or by what culture, or what its use was. Maybe it was used in religious ceremonies, or is some sort of calendar. Who knows? In our second spot, we have the pig-human hybrid. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Scientists at the Salk Institute for Biological Sciences in California have created a human-pig hybrid. Now, you're probably wondering, why on earth would they do this? Because that certainly was my question. Well, they did this with hopes that one day they could grow human organs inside of pigs and other animals instead of just waiting for a donor. Yeah, I know how problematic that is going to be for a number of reasons. So in 2017, an embryo was placed in an adult pig for 4 weeks. Then it was taken out to analyze, and the embryo survived and contained some human cells. Now they're gonna figure out if pig embryos can handle enough human cells to create human organs. Now if someone calls you a cow, you can be like, nah honey, only my heart is. And in our number 1 spot, we have the ginormous tadpole. Okay, there's something weird about the amphibians in the States. We got the faceless toad in Connecticut, and now we got a giant tadpole found in Arizona. Tadpoles vary in size, but typically they're anywhere from 1.3 inches to 4.2 inches. But not this tadpole. So while removing invasive bullfrogs from a shallow pond in Arizona, they stumbled upon a disgustingly big bullfrog tadpole. This thing was 10 inches long, larger than a soda can, pretty much as long as a banana, and its head was about the size of a big adult bullfrog's head. And while studying it, it continued to grow bigger and bigger. They believe that its massive size was due to a hormone imbalance. Because of its size, they named it the Goliath tadpole. And that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which of these discoveries you thought was the weirdest. And now let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video Top 10 Valuable Items Found in Abandoned Homes. Wistful commented, did Lindsay find whatever magical hairspray she used in one of these houses? I don't know, but it would make sense. Thank you, I'm honored that you think my hair is magical, but trust me, these lights and setup like make my hair look less frizzy. It's pretty frizzy in person. Miss Kruger commented, I would be afraid to remove something that was not mine, might be cursed. I thought the same thing. Like, you find pretty cool things in abandoned houses, but like, what if it's cursed? You know, you're like, oh sick, you know, like an old toy car, you bring it home and it starts like moving on its own. It's kind of creepy. Christopher Tagle commented, OMG, imagine being shout out for the first time. BTW, Liz is so cute. I don't know who Liz is, but I'm glad she's cute. I'm just kidding. People call me Liz, Lizzie, Linz, yeah. But here's your comment shout out. Thank you so much, Christopher. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya. So this mound is the world's largest surviving effigy. Built around 1080, this mound is around Built around 1080, this mound is, built around 1080, this mound, no, mound is round. Built around 1080, this mound is around 1000,
sorry.
What?
Last thing you say is about, round around.
That's okay.